I think that this image that Jesus gives us about casting a net and separating the good from the bad is real familiar to us in Biloxi along the Gulf Coast. I mean, when the shrimpers go out and throw the net, it's common. They haul it in, and it's usually, sometimes it's full of pogey fish. And you cannot eat pogey fish. I'd like to share a little thing that happened to me about 15 years ago with pogey fish. There was a seminary applicant who was living with me and my church was on the beach, and he could barely speak English. He was from Colombia. He wanted to go fishing. So he went out, got him a rod and reel, and he went out, and about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, he came back delighted. He had caught 2 fish, and he wanted to cook them. He cooked them. They were pogey fish. Boy, you talk about smell bad. And that guy ate those things. How he did that, I'll never know. You can't eat pogey fish. But anyway, Jesus goes on, and it's a frightening image. He says that he'll take the trash fish, pogey fish are called trash fish, and he'll cast them into a fire and burn them up. That's an image that Jesus gives us. But then after that, he gives us another image which is rather difficult to understand, and it's rather cryptic. He says, the kingdom of heaven will bring forth both the old and the new. What does that mean? Well, I'd like to offer an interpretation of that. People have made millions of dollars off of pogey fish. Millions. Although around here people call them trash fish, some people saw the immense value in those nasty little fish. Those fish are used for animal feed, pet food, and fish meal. We all know that pogey fish are real oily. And what has happened over the years is that oil from those fish is squeezed out and refined, and it's used by the pharmaceutical industry as a method to instill medicine within our bodies. Vitamin D, I think, uses the oil from pogey fish. Pogey fish are 60% protein. And so those fish are used in agriculture for fertilizer. They're used in plant nurseries and golf courses. And the quality of those fish goes on and on. But sometimes we think that those fish are just trash. That's why Jesus says, those that understand the kingdom of God will have a broader view of what is good and what is bad. And I think that when we deal with one another, we should steer away from being judgmental and try to look for the good even in those that we think are bad.